G'day guys, we're back on site. We're a completely new job here in Ganmain. We're actually working on the side of the pharmacy, and we've got this cracking old Peter's ice cream sign to restore. As you can see there, it is all but gone. But we're here to save it, so the plan is, Angus is just over the fence there somewhere, grabbing the ladders. We'll get up there, we'll give it a dust down. Because this one is a little bit delicate and it's only just hanging in there, I'm actually going to use a clear sealer just to seal it and hold it all together. We'll leave it for today, and then we'll come back and be able to mark it out and start putting the colour in. So yeah, something a bit different today. Peter's ice cream. Talk soon. Just while I'm thinking of it too, since the first time we looked at this job, this big white storm water drain has been added, which is a bit of a pain because it's smack bang on the edge of the sign. But you can't do much about it. As you can see, there's some original old conduit that runs down the middle, and some new stuff's been added later. So the best all we can really do there is just paint it and blend it in. So you won't notice it as much, but anyway. It's a shame that, just wish that big one hadn't got put in. What do you do? G'day guys, what we're doing here, as I mentioned just earlier, we've got to seal the wall. We've very carefully gone over it and dusted it all off to get rid of all the loose stuff, but it didn't take much, and you can see the paint was coming off pretty easy, what's left. So we've got our sealing solution here, and I'm just working along the edge carefully to give me somewhere to base it off. And once I do the edge all the way around, then I'll be able to get a bigger brush and fill it in. But it's pretty important to get right in, and you can see it needs to fill in all these little holes and divots. So you've got to make sure it gets in there properly to seal it, and this will also give something for like a surface for the paint to stick to when we come back. So it dries clear, which is good. It feels like we're losing some of the detail there, but once that milkiness goes away, you'll see it start to come back through, and then we'll be able to mark it out properly once it's clear. So yeah, that's what we're planning on doing today. So basically we'll seal the whole sign, and then just let it dry overnight, and we'll be back tomorrow and start putting the colour on. So see you then. One thing I'm noticing is this little outline that goes right around the whole sign. I'm pretty confident that is like a metallic silver. It just looks different to all the lettering. There's no sparkle in any of the lettering. It all looks just like flat white on the maroon background, but the lettering is a bit of a different story. We've seen a few different cases there, so they're just things we look out for while we're cleaning and prepping. If you look closely, you can just make out sold here, which was a pretty common theme on all Peter's ice cream signs I've seen. But this one is only just hanging in there. So hopefully sealing it makes it jump out a bit more so we can mark it out a bit easier. But we're slowly getting there. That's what it looks like when it goes on. It goes on all milky. You can see that colour starting to come out a bit, and then it starts to dry clear, as you can see down the bottom. You can see that border's already started to come back through. So yeah. You can see the change on the wall there as it's starting to clear. That's obviously the fresh stuff. And you can see where we've been. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up on the camera, but the red or the maroon's popping out a lot more than what it did before. So that'll make it a heaps easier to mark out when we come back tomorrow. So almost done here. We just got to fly across the top, and once that's done, we'll pack up and go have a look at another one of the restorations in town, start marking it out, and then righto, that's all we're going to do on it today. So we've sealed it all, and you can just see that top corner still a bit milky, but as you can see, the rest of it has gone clear and a bit easier to see now. So that'll lock everything in, make it easier to mark out. If you can read the ice cream there, this is not too bad to see now. So we'll pack up here now and we'll duck down to Logan Sheds and have a look at a couple of the other signs we've got to restore, and maybe even start marking one of them out, and then we'll be able to go between the two signs, you know, depending on dry times and things like that. So yeah, we'll get two happening at once. Righto, catches. Righto, we're back down on site here in Ganmain. We've just left the Peter's Ice Cream sign. We'll come to have a crack at marking out this one while we wait for that one to dry. So this one is a big Tooth Sydney sign, and it is only just there. I'll get up a bit closer and you'll be able to see the S and Y in Sydney. And if you look up real high, I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera, but there is a big tooth so I can see, and I'm pretty sure it says lager down the bottom or something like that. Yeah, we're not in the best light at the moment, but this is a big orange and black one. I'll just show you on the edge here. We worked out this a year ago when we were here, but you can see the leftover orange paint there, and the border that goes all the way up to the top, and right across over there to where the doors are. So there's actually two signs on this location. There's this one, and then there's one on the other side of the door where the truck is. So while the doors are open, it's a bit hard to see, so we'll show you that at another time. But just now we're going to start marking this one out anyway. Stay tuned. A bit like at Baldo's where we done the Eater sign, these doors have been added in later. So you can see there's a small door, and there used to be a railway sleeper stage that was built up in here that's been removed. And they used to unload the bags out the front of a little truck. It's been sheeted over there, and you can see at some stage here all the posts have been cut and this door's been added in. So that's why at the front here, I'll show you, we've got patched up corrugate, and now the truck's gone, I can show you this sign on the right hand too. So there's a KB sign there, you can see. At the top it says Tooths, but it goes underneath the door. That door's over as far as it can go, and it starts under there. So we're still yet to make the decision on what to do there, because we're going to lose half of a letter if we keep it original. So still not sure. We'll come back to that, but you'll see up here where the one we're marking out now has been patched up at a later date. And that's why, and it's very similar to one at Baldo's, it'd been patched as well. So you can see I've started marking out Sydney. The E and Y is original, the S and Y is original, and then I've had to fill in the middle of D and N. There's big tooths at the top, and I'm pretty sure from memory is bitter ale at the bottom. Anyway, a bit more progress. Here we are back on site to put a bit of paint on the Peter's Ice Cream sign. As you would have seen yesterday, we coated all this, sealed the whole wall, so it's all nice and smooth. There's nothing loose anymore. Everything's locked in nice and tight. So we'll get the ladders up there. We'll get everything marked out and ticked in. And I'm going to start putting the white on the lettering, and I'll get Angus to start filling in the background. So let's get into it. So we just about got it all marked out. Angus is just finishing the top line. It was actually really good to mark out that sealer that we put on. Makes it nice and smooth to ride on, and hopefully, yeah, when we paint it, it makes it a lot easier too. So solid was easy to find. Here, not so much. You can see I've had to have a couple of cracks at it, but we found it eventually. But once he finishes that, we'll have a quick break and then start putting some paint on. So stay tuned. So that's all the maroon roughed in. We're going to mix up the white now and start putting it in. I think what we'll do is we'll put the white in, second coat the white, and then we'll go right over the whole lot with the maroon, second coat the maroon, and that will tidy up any loose ends on the white if we go outside the lines or whatever. Once that's done, we'll hit the silver border. So she's starting to come alive now. Should look good when it's done. Today was a scorcher. We went on this wall in the sun all day and we have copped it. So it's just about beer o'clock. All the white is second coated, all the cream is second coated. All we're going to do is come back in the morning, brush in solid here, second coat it, put the metallic silver border on it, and then just cut in the letters wherever the pipe work goes through, do a few touch-ups, and that's it. It's been a good fun little one to work on, this one, so we're pretty lucky. We're in between the bakery and the newsagent, so we've got tucker and yeah, ice cream, so we're all good to beat that heat. Anyway, I think it's beer o'clock. Catch you soon. So that's basically all the colour on. We've second coated everything, gone over all the pipes, and it's just the silver border we've got to put on. So we're going to have a quick bite to eat and then get that done after we've had smoko. Them pipes are a bit of a bugger. It depends on which angle you look at them to how they look. So we've done them so when you're standing square on, they look right. But as you see, as you walk around, they start to look a bit funny from the different angles. But you're never going to get them to look right from every angle, so we thought the best way was just to do it square on. So as you'll see there, once I straighten up, so there's not much you can do. That pipe, especially the big storm water drain pipe, is just really in a shit spot. So anyway, we've done our best to work around it. That's a wrap. We are all done down here in Ganmain. The metallic silver border's done, all the touch-ups are done, we finished around all that pipe work. It is good to go and we're ready to start the next one. So, I might even post up some pictures of the Peter's ice cream sign I did in Area Park as well. It's a very similar style, but the one down there is green rather than the maroon burgundy colour, but yeah, still very similar. So we've got one more of these to do in Ardlethan too, so it should be very similar. Anyway, thanks for watching and talk soon.